Guys, how was your weekend?
It was.
Wait. We have breaking news.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
James Harden has been traded to the Brooklyn Nets.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
Oh,
just getting that from Adrian Fortranowski. That's our NBA insider. How do y'all feel about that trade? He got traded to the Brooklyn Nets. Four team trade.
who's the fourth team?
Indiana Pacers. When they traded
Nets,
Nets
Rockets,
Indiana Cavs.
Cavaliers.
Pacers.
Cavs.
Oh, Cavs. Yeah,
Butt cheeks.
Yeah.
I don't like this trade at all. Not
Nope.
one bit. It's bad. It seems like everybody's getting out of Western Conference because LeBron is here. So it's
Mhm.
like, man, everywhere LeBron goes, everybody goes opposite. So KD left, Kyrie left, or Kyrie stayed, but KD left, and now James Harden leaving. It's crazy.
Yeah, and they're all on the same team. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
I don't know either, man. Like they're gonna outscore everyone, but their inside presence is trash. I mean, I just don't like that they gave up Jared Allen and Karis LeVert, man.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't like that. Like guys were balling out. And I feel like they were good without James Harden.
You think
But
so?
Yep. I feel like they're
it,
gonna figure it out, but I don't know, man.
I don't even care so much for the trade, like them being on the same team, because I'm used to it at this point after the
Right.
big three was formed. But I don't like how James Harden went about it. I think he could have played out his contract or at least, let the team trade him. But to sit there and, gain weight and just act like a drama queen, I don't think he went about that any type of way.
He said he did everything he could for the organization. Do y'all think that's true?
No, he didn't change his playing style. He
No.
didn't change his leadership style. You had two future Hall of Famers come through, which is Chris Paul and Melo, and
Um,
you ran them both out the building. Like, oh, three, I'm sorry, Russell Westbrook. So you
And you
had
could say
three
Dwight
future
Howard
Hall of,
too.
oh yeah.
yeah. So that's four. Like, that's ridiculous. At that point, you got four future Hall of Famers you played with, and you couldn't do anything with them. You just ran them out. You didn't stand up for them because they all obviously all left, but partly because of you. Probably not even partly, mostly because of you. So it's like,
Yeah. I've been pissed off at all those guys on the Nets, man. I'd be like, I'm doing all this stuff to help y'all out, and y'all trade me for someone that didn't even want to play for their own team. It's like, why?
this
How would y'all?
reminds me.
Oh, go ahead.
This reminds me of. It's like if you cheat on someone, right? If you like somebody, you cheat with somebody. Well, okay, say you cheat with somebody's in a relationship and they cheat with you, and then you get in a relationship with them. You don't think they're gonna cheat on you too? That's how you got them.
Hey, man.
That's
I'm
funny.
picking up what you putting down.
How do y'all feel about this quote that I'm about to read after Houston, after they lost to the Lakers? Was it last night? James Harden post game, he said, "I love this city." And Kyrie, you just said this, and he was like, "I literally done everything I can. This situation is crazy. I don't think it can be fixed. Thanks." And then he walked off. How would you feel if you were a teammate of his?
I don't even know, bro. Well, it's like Albert said, he didn't change his playing style. I mean, he didn't. I can't even put words to it.
Like John
What?
Wall, John Wall, he was like, pretty much he said, "I want to play with guys that want to be here and compete." And you
Exactly.
didn't even give us a chance. We're 9 games
Yeah.
in. You came right at the beginning of like you missed some games. Well,
Yeah.
actually, I don't think he missed a game. He played, or
He was
no, he
supposed to
did.
miss it. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I can't remember. I know John Wall
Either he
missed
was
some games
supposed to
because of.
miss it or like they postponed it because of COVID.
That's it. But yeah, you miss all the training camp, and then you come in and you drop 44 the first game, and then after that, these last 4 games, he didn't even put up 20 points or more. So
Yeah, he already had it in
it's
his mind that he was getting out of there.
yeah, he was already mentally out of there. And then DeMarcus Cousins said that post game interview wasn't even the first time that there's been signs of disrespect or any type of disrespect. We've been getting this since he reported to the team.
Yep.
So obviously you could tell the team, his teammates and front office, they were just done with them. So it was time to move on.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's like you create the culture. You didn't do anything better. So I don't understand. Like, what did you do that besides go show up and get a paycheck? Because that's all he did. He just show up and get a paycheck. So he
Basically.
didn't really do all he could.
What's up, Podsters? Welcome back to Pod Ties, episode 36.
Let's go.
Hey, getting up there in numbers, man.
For real.
Oh, I was about to ask, is there a basketball player or some athlete that
Yeah, I was thinking about it
has won
too.
40? But I know Harrison Barnes, that's the only one I can think of.
I don't know why I
Kyrie.
thought Shaq wore 36 too. I don't know.
Didn't he wear it on the
did.
Celtics?
Yeah.
On the
Yeah,
Celtics?
didn't he? On the Celtics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I
yeah.
asked y'all, should he be in that conversation? That Shaq with 32 and 34, and y'all booted me out my house.
Nah, that Shaq was ooh cheese.
All right, let's get to the introduction. I am 1/4 of Pod Ties, Dylan, and these are my brothers / co-hosts. Our guy Jeff is not here for personal reasons. He should be back next episode. So he'll be absent for this episode, but we're looking forward to having you soon, my brother, and hope everything is well.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now to Albert, the original.
One
And
time
last
for
but-
Jeff.
Right. And last but not least, the one and only Kyron.
Yes, sir.
Now, I want to give a huge shout out to our returning viewers and listeners. Thank you for keeping them ties strong. If this is your first time, thank you for joining the ties. All right,
Man,
now
yeah.
let's move on to football. Hey, do I look like Ash from Pokemon?
Yep. Yep.
Like I'm about to go play Pokemon Go or something.
I was trying to
that
figure out who you look like.
He looks just like him.
What's better, Pokemon or Digimon?
Pokemon.
Y'all
I used
sleep.
to have the little balls and just roll them, thinking they would do the same thing. They didn't.
Y'all sleep.
You can't run.
What?
Digimon was hard.
Digimon was a better game, but Pokemon was dope.
Pokemon movies, man. Come on, man.
Exactly. Digimon monsters. Pokemon was a good game though.
Oh, my goodness. I don't remember nothing about Digimon. I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! With Digimon.
Hey, Yu-Gi-Oh went hard. I tried to get the lure. That mug was
Let's do it.
that mug was expensive when I was younger. The little thing.
He said, "Let's do."
Man, this was a crazy week. Football last week. Oh no, I'm not trying to do that.
I don't even remember what went on, man.
All them games, that was bad. It was bad.
I don't even remember what went on.
That,
Pick six. we're winding down. We don't even have 6 games to choose from anymore.
Man.
Now it's no longer 6. Last week we had 7, but now we don't have 6 to choose from. Um, or do we? No, we have only
No.
4. Yeah,
4, I
only
think.
4.
Nope.
The divisional round. Only 8 teams remaining.
Woo.
But this past weekend we had some really good playoff games and then some really terrible playoff games.
My
First
Most of them
one,
were terrible.
yeah. First one was good though. Bills versus the Colts. Came down to the last second. Bills
I missed that.
won 27-24. Josh Allen, 26 35, 324 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he had 1 rushing touchdown. Phillip Rivers, this could be his last game.
Yeah.
Think so?
Man,
Uh,
they've been saying that for like the last 4 seasons. Phil Rivers. This is his last game. I thought when he was done with the Chargers, he was done.
Yeah, me too. I think all those times that they said he should have listened because
Yeah.
he's he does really well in the regular season, but in the postseason, yeah,
Horrible.
it's just his throwing style. I can't get with it. As a lefty, I throw exactly like him, and I'm way worse
Yep.
than he is, so I can't really talk. But it's just like, man, y'all gotta go get somebody else.
You throw with your left?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I shoot with my left, but I throw with my right. It is so crazy.
Boy, y'all weird.
And I write with my right, but my mom writes with her left. It's crazy.
But head coach Frank Reich, he did say that he stated post game that he would like to see him come back for 1 more year. I don't see why you
I
want
wouldn't.
that with that young defense, that defensive core, and now you have Jonathan Taylor in the backfield and some pretty good wideouts, and Jack Doyle is your tight end. You need a younger quarterback, I think. That's my opinion.
Yep.
Rams Seahawks. Rams won 30-20. You want to talk about that, Albert? That game?
Yeah, I'll touch on it briefly. Honestly, I should have picked the Rams. Seeing how the Seahawks started off so strong this past season, Russell Wilson did, but we should have known that the toll it would take on Russell Wilson carrying that team, all 17 weeks pretty much. The offensive line is depleted. The defense is nowhere to be found. So, obviously you got to put the blame on Russ for trying to force it to DK for most of the game, but give credit to the Rams and their defense. But I mean, the Seahawks were just missing the action. They were just hurt all season, so I'm honestly not even surprised that they lost. So
5 sacks for Russell Wilson. You talking about that depleted offensive line? I mean, he was getting murdered, and
yeah,
that's pretty low. That's that sack number because
yeah.
I feel like the pressure and the total amount of hits that he took was a lot more than that, which I'm sure it was. Now you say you should have picked the Rams. Now now you think that the Rams still would have won even with Wolford? Is that his name? Wolford? Wolford, the guy that was the starting quarterback.
Wolford.
So what for the Rams?
Yeah, you think they still would have won that game if
If
he played the whole game?
yeah, honestly. The
Really?
defense, I mean, look how the Seahawks have been playing all season. It's just they lost to the Cardinals. They barely won a lot of their games.
They lost to the Giants with Cole McCoy,
Yeah.
the backup.
Yeah.
You may have a
Exactly,
point.
so.
Deep
I-
decline, man.
Yeah, I don't think they would have kept Wolford in the whole time. I think they would. The fact that Jared Goff was active, they were going to bring him in at some point. But I still thought that the Seahawks would win. Jamal Adams, does he re-sign with Seattle,
Ooh, I
or
would.
does he come to Dallas?
I will only resign if I see something out of the Seahawks, like them picking up somebody, because Pete Carroll is bad with as far as like picking up people. As far as like it's just been the same offense for consistently, and they got some great pieces, but it seems like they keep it's like the Seahawks are good every year, but they can never get to the Super Bowl. And it's like you just don't know why. Like they're always missing somebody.
You want me to
Missing
tell
some
you
defense.
what Pete Carroll's gonna do this offseason?
What?
He's gonna ask Marshawn Lynch to come back for a fifth
I'm
time.
low key surprised he didn't come back this season.
Right.
That boy on Subway commercials now.
Yeah, I seen
Rolling
that
down, rolling
the
down a
other day. I was
tire.
like, what? Yeah.
All right, this game was surprisingly close. Probably the most competitive game of the weekend. Buccaneers versus Washington. Buccaneers
Yeah.
won 31-23. Tom Brady
Yeah.
22 of 40, 381 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and 3 sacks. So the defense sort of got to him. He
In the second
still
half.
kind of had his way there. Taylor Heineke had a great game. Only 18 incompletions, and he had that one rushing touchdown where he just reached for the pylon. They said
Yeah.
he separated his shoulder, hurt himself there, but
Yeah.
he played really well. And I think they want him to come back and start for him next year, depending on Alex Smith's decision, because who knows if he comes back.
They played
After
hard,
that,
man.
I give credit to the Washington football team. They played a lot better than most people would have expected, especially after Chase Young's comments. But Tampa Bay did kill them in the first half, and then they came out with some ferocity in the second half. And then after Heineke pretty much got hurt, you just knew that they were done. Even though he came back out, last couple minutes of the fourth quarter, you could just tell that they were just done at that point. They weren't about to catch up.
They play hard. They play a hard game. I enjoy watching that game.
Yeah.
I've been praising Washington's defense all season.
They're gonna be something to deal with. They're gonna terrorize NFC East offenses and NFL offenses as a whole for years to come. And you can tell that Chase Young, he has a lot of respect for Tom Brady. I think it's mutual respect. Chase Young, he asked him post game, like, "Hey, can you mail me your jersey?" So saying, that I'm coming for you was no disrespect there at all, no ill will.
Right.
So it was good to see him dap up afterwards. And, I'm sure Tom Brady told him, just like he told Patrick Mahomes, your time is coming. Like, this will be your league in probably 20 years when I retire.
Only thing I didn't like what the NFL did, they started the game too damn early. It was like 11 o'clock, and that's how I missed the Colts game. I woke up, I'm like, what? The game already on? I'm like, bro, what is going on?
What time zone you live in?
It did. It started at like 11 to 12.
Yeah,
It
it started at
started
12.
early.
That's what time all games start. It was
Yeah.
a triple header.
Yeah, but like for like playoff games, like I don't know.
I get
feel
what you're
like,
saying. Because I wake up like 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Yeah, it was like too early.
Weekends.
I'm like, man.
Kyron, what about this? You said it. Episode 34, you said, because Albert said, someone's going to get upset. And you were like, you? Because you picked the Titans? And Albert, you should be upset because the Ravens won
Boy.
by a touchdown, 20-13.
Yeah.
Kyron, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Lamar Jackson, boy.
LJ.
You and Jeff keep saying that he has to win with his legs. Everybody know that. But guess what, bruh? He won with his legs. They knew what to do. They knew what to do. But guess what? They couldn't stop it.
They couldn't.
Running
To
all
my-
over them.
To my defense, I did wake up the next morning after we shot and said I should have picked the Ravens.
True. But it was too late.
What happened to your man Derrick Henry? 40 rushing yards a season low.
40, bro.
He
They
waited until
killed
the
him.
playoff game to have a season low.
They killed him. That's great defense for the Ravens, but that's obviously poor offense planning for the Titans. Because I mean, Ryan Tannehill's not a great quarterback, so you already knew that Derrick Henry is your strongest weapon. You knew that they were going to stop him as much as they could. They were going to plan for that rush defense. So come on now, like at least do something.
40.
It was bad.
That
It was
is,
bad.
oh my goodness. They defense picking up at the right time, man. They are on the hot streak right now.
I
Yeah, that's true.
agree. I agree. Saints
But
versus Bears.
the Titans
Oh,
did start. They started off a lot better. Um,
oh
they started off strong, but then they just completely collapsed.
that defense, they had a lot of intensity, and then that crowd. I was like, man, that crowd that they're feeding into the stadium, that artificial noise. I was like, man, that's pretty good. And then I look and they, shoot, they all the seats were filled up with fans, real fans. I was like, oh
Yeah,
crap. And they were like, that was real noise, real excitement. I was like, okay, so they may just have because with COVID and stuff, there's really no true home field advantage. But
yeah, that's true.
Tennessee did have home field advantage, but Baltimore fed off of it themselves, and they ended up winning the game. But it was a great game. It wasn't like Baltimore dominated them or anything. To your point, Albert, because Tennessee did look really sharp at the beginning. Now, the Nickelodeon game of the week, Saints versus the Bears. They had a lot of slime in that game, and I'm not talking about Young Thug.
Oh God. The funny part about it is I didn't even catch this on Nickelodeon.
Good, you
I
didn't
didn't
waste your
seen
time.
I didn't see it either. I just seen like I don't know,
They
They
SpongeBob
had
had
it.
young,
They
they had young
logo.
Sheldon. They had young Sheldon tell the
What?
Nickelodeon viewers about false starts.
really.
What?
Yeah,
They
Young
also had it.
Sheldon?
I think they had it on CBS too. So that's why I
yeah,
think
they,
that I was
yeah,
watching
they
it on.
did.
Who
Yeah,
watches
they're all
Young Sheldon?
Viacom, so that's why they were able to have it on both.
What the heck?
But yeah, Drew Brees balled out there. Yeah, Michael Thomas came back. Alvin Kamara came off the COVID list, and so you had your three-headed monster right there, back and healthy. Drew Brees, this may be his last hoorah. They say he
Hmm.
probably already has a job with NBC. God, I hope so, because I'm tired of hearing Chris Collinsworth talk about OBJ's one-handed catch against the Cowboys
Yes.
50
Yes.
years ago. Oh, did you see that?
Is he the one that was covering the game with Heineke? Who was it? They kept saying. I think it was him. Heineke. Every
Yeah, it
time,
was
like
him.
man, I got tired of hearing him.
Yeah, it was him. Yeah, they won 21-9. Really nothing to talk about there. Oh, actually, I do have something. Mitch Trubisky, there are reports that he's not their guy. Do they just let him walk away, or do you see him re-sign him?
Everybody knew Trubisky wasn't the guy. I knew that. I'll let him walk away. I
But
knew
you're
he
not
wasn't the
selling
guy.
with Nick Foles, are you? You actually trying to go
Yeah,
out there and get someone else, right?
yeah, I would definitely go get somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew Trubisky. Shit, his first game in the season. I mean, his career. I was like, nah.
And you got to think about. I was actually watching it this weekend. Undisputed, they had some really bad takes. Like some of their videos don't age well. They were
Oh
talking
yeah.
about Patrick Mahomes, like how bad of like drafting him, how bad that was. And of course,
Mm.
at
Oh,
that time, nobody really thought that was a great selection. But well, they were saying something about Mitch Trubisky, like it was either him or somebody. Oh, actually, it wasn't even that. My bad. It was Taco Charlton. Skip was loving the Taco Charlton pick. He was like, man, I just love this Taco Charlton guy. Man,
He
we
lasts for
missed out
what,
on
a week
TJ
or two?
Watt. That man didn't even make it past Taco Tuesday. That's how
For
bad he
real.
was.
he just like saying his name.
Skip don't know what are you talking about.
Browns versus the Steelers. This was the game right here where should they have just ended it like 21 skunk?
Yeah, they should
They
have.
should have.
They should have.
They
Everything
were
after
up
that,
28-0.
everything after that was just pathetic.
Just garbage.
What was the
time, right?
ending score?
Like what?
48-37.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it was like I turned it on literally as soon as Ben hiked the ball and the ball went over his head. I said, "Oh man!" I was like, "Man, this ain't looking good."
Yeah,
bruh.
man, and Pouncey
Man,
never does stuff like that. This
He
guy is a
don't. He don't.
Pro Bowl type of center.
Center. Yep.
I can't believe it. It's,
Baker Mayfield had 0 sacks, and I think he was missing like 2 key offensive linemen, but that offensive line is stacked. And Ben Roethlisberger had 4 sacks. There was a lot of fours in his stats. He had 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and 4 sacks. But he did have 500 yards though. So,
They don't mean nothing.
but that was garbage time.
definitely. Oh, goodness.
After Albert kills this Gallon, I'm gonna ask him what do the Steelers need to do
Ben
for this off season.
Well, this is part of my rumors for later, but I think they definitely need to invest in a young quarterback, possibly somebody out of Houston. Because I mean, T.J. Watt is still there. They have good defense, so I think they definitely need to invest in a different quarterback because Ben's time is obviously over there. And maybe, I mean, the play call was bad too. So Mike Tomlin, obviously you're not getting rid of him, but if you're going to get rid of somebody, it has to be Big Ben at this point.
I agree with that.
And
Yeah,
fix the rushing too.
Oh yeah,
I mean, stitch some players' mouth shut.
yeah.
Right? Oh my God! And then Chase Claypool afterwards. Did y'all hear what he said?
Yeah.
Saying,
he was
yeah,
like-
bad loss, but they about to get clapped or
Mhm.
something like that this upcoming week
Like,
against
what did you
Kansas
do?
City.
Like,
Exactly. That
you at
ain't your
home saying
line.
this. Like, what are you talking about?
He still won though. The man, he just signed a deal with Jordan Brand.
Yeah. Well, that's like people like at the rec, like saying that your team suck, but you on the court when they sitting on the sideline.
Exactly.
It's like, what are you talking for?
I'm gonna build a team against to beat you, but y'all suck.
Like, didn't we just beat y'all? Like, what are you?
Exactly.
All right, Kyron, here are your picks. Jeff's, Albert's, and mine.
You pretty
We
much
had
all had the same
for the
pick.
most part.
And then we had the college football championship. Congratulations to the Alabama Crimson Tide, Nick Saban's 7th national championship victory. And this is his 6th with Alabama. And I think he tied Bear Bryant as far as wins in Alabama. But overall, I think he's number 1 now.
Yeah.
So he's definitely one of the greatest. Or he probably is the greatest college football coach and coaches overall. But how'd y'all feel about this game? Obviously, that was my pick. I lost. You go ahead and get on my head because I picked Ohio State and it wasn't even close.
Man,
It wasn't even close.
Nope. Nick Saban don't even get like excited anymore. See him at the end of the game. Yeah, I knew this was gonna happen. He just so nonchalant about winning. It's just like, I don't know, man.
That's it. I mean, we all knew Alabama was going to win. Every time they win, I mean, every time they go to the championship, you just like they're always the favorites because there's like overwhelming with talent from pretty much the southern part of the United States. They know they make winners. And then send them to the NFL. So props to Nick Saban, of course the players there, and their recruiting staff because it's it's crazy. I seen a meme. It was like it's not even fun for Nick Saban no more to win. It's like when you play college football for so long, and you win like 6 championships, and then you just start playing with sorry teams.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw that. You got to play with Wyoming.
Yeah.
Devontae
Like-
Smith, bro, like 3 touchdowns in like the first.
Oh yeah, he definitely, man. I see why you picked him for a Heisman. I was like, man, I was looking at him. I was like, man, he's tiny, but his size obviously doesn't matter. Well, when you get to NFL, he's gonna need to bulk up a lot. But for college, you could be tiny, but That man is a beast. He
As long as
is
he
a
has the speed and stuff, and his body is durable, I think he'll be
yeah,
fine. Just learn how to use that, your body type to your advantage, like a Kevin
yeah.
Durant in basketball. But yeah, he's super tiny, but he accelerates like no other once he catches that ball, and
Mhm.
he's just strong, man. Like if it wasn't for him bobbling that ball and then getting his fingers caught in the
Yeah,
Ohio State defender's jersey or whatever, that man would have had about I don't even know. I mean, he just
probably
would
like
he already
6 or 7 touchdowns.
For
yeah,
real.
he already broke the record for like most receiving yards in a game in the first half. He would have shattered it. It probably would have
Yeah,
taken like decades for that to be broken. But
Yeah.
to the recruiting machine that Alabama has, you think about these seniors that are leaving, like these three guys right here, Mac Jones, Najee Harris, and Devontae Smith. They were all a part of that 2017 class, and I'm gonna list a few more of these guys that are some of them already in the NFL. Jerry Judy,
mm,
Henry Ruggs III, Tua
mm.
Tagovailoa, Xavier McKinney, Jedrick Willis Jr., and then Dylan Moses is going this year too on the defensive side. Alex Leatherwood, he just was one with them. So yeah, all these guys that you played with that are already in the NFL, and you're about to hit there pretty soon yourself. So I mean, it's just these
It's
guys are
wild.
just monsters, man.
Yeah,
And they're ranked number one again this upcoming year in this recruiting class that's coming in, these freshmen.
Of
So
course.
it's just a
yeah. That
dynasty.
turnover rate is crazy.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
All they need to play is one season. They don't need to play 2 seasons. It's crazy because they build winners every year.
Then
Mhm.
Devontae Smith, he had 215 receiving yards in the first half, and Ohio State, their total yards was just 191 yards.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it's like, how'd y'all leave this man so open?
Yeah,
I guess it looks easier for me
that
to watch it on
speed.
TV.
That's what it
Oh,
was.
Yeah.
I swear it's like they put Ryan Day was like, let's put the slowest guy on him,
They were like, man, they had like he wasn't. He didn't just win the Heisman. Like that
right?
man. I like, bro, y'all
Was
crazy.
starstruck or something because
And
what they was doing out there.
then
And
Mac Jones, this guy may get drafted in the first round.
yep,
He was 36 of 45, 464 passing yards
Ooh.
and 5 touchdowns. This is better than Joe Burrow's numbers last year,
exactly.
and he was number one overall.
And even though like they were kind of like going back and forth, you knew Alabama was gonna take off at some point. It
Yeah,
was like you
Yep.
just knew this. It wasn't
because even
close at
Najee
all.
Harris, he was bouncing off the guys. They were bouncing off him. Like they could not get
Yeah,
him down. It was like they get first downs at ease whenever they wanted
Yep.
to.
I remember
It
he
was
stiff armed somebody. I was like, bro, he pushed him into the ground
Wasn't a competitive game at all.
at all, at all.
what about Justin Fields when it's all said and done now? When you look back on his years at Ohio State, did was it a successful collegiate career? And now that we look forward to the NFL, do you still think that he could be successful in the NFL? And did this game hurt his stock, his draft stock,
Uh, I mean, you went against Alabama. I mean,
and Clemson
but
the previous year?
in Clemson, so
2 years, overall record 20-2. Only lost two
Not
games,
bad.
and that was
yeah, that's
the
not
game
bad.
against Clemson last year and Alabama this year.
Honestly, I felt like Clemson and Alabama would have been a better game, but uh, I think like I don't know. I think this game definitely hurt Fields' stock because what is he even projected as far as quarterbacks?
Yeah,
Like,
they had a guy at BYU higher than him.
yeah, so they're not even like this class. Not even pretty much. It's just one quarterback, and then the rest of them is positional players. It's not even the hype is on quarterback. So I think that definitely hurt his stock by not winning this game. But I mean, that also could be to his benefit. He goes to a team and that much pressure isn't on him, so
Yeah.
he might bite me a surprise. But I could see him being like a Tua for right now, or Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I can see that. Like a little sleeper pick.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, it was a good run, Ohio State. Thank you for at least making me seem smart for at least a week after beating Clemson. But you made me look like a damn fool after
Oh
Monday's
man,
performance.
yeah.
got spanked.
We have a
Whew, that's
new second
bad.
place.
That's bad.
We have a new person in second place. And I think, Kyron, we can go ahead and crown you Mr. Pick
Yes,
Six.
sir.
I don't
Yeah,
think
pretty
that
much.
any of us are catching up to you.
Nah, there ain't that many games left.
Man,
I'm still trying to find a trophy, so bear with me.
this
Since I didn't
this
since I
week
didn't
killed me.
win, since I didn't win, it won't be anything extravagant.
I thought we all lost like 3 games.
No, that Kyron and Jeff, their record was pretty good.
What was the third game you lost? Oh, Ohio.
This
Ohio
game,
State.
yeah.
And I picked the damn Titans.
And we all picked the damn Seahawks
Yeah.
and Steelers.
I should.
Yeah. And Steelers. Guarantee wins. Y'all should have went undefeated.
And now we all catch big L's.
That's why I was looking at that Steelers game. I'm like, bro. Well, I was looking at the Seahawks game. I was looking at the Steelers ain't in the Titans game like that. I'm like, what?
Dylan looks sad. I was looking confused.
I'm looking
Boy,
at Justin
bro.
Fields over there like, bro, what? Look at Albert. Albert like he lost some money.
Yeah.
That's when his eye was going against him.
I wasn't meant to pick the other team.
You haven't seen your eye
Well,
since.
'cause
You've been
he-
wearing glasses ever since then.
Yeah, I gotta go back to the doctor next week, and it's fine now. My eye infection is gone, but I need a new prescription for contacts. But I probably won't wear them for another 2 years after that. I think I'm gonna get LASIK in a minute.
I wish, man. I need that.
It's free. It's free. Thank God. But you be out for like 3 to 6 months.
Yeah, forget that.
And here's Jeff. We miss you, Jeff. And who is he looking at? Baker Mayfield and the Browns, because initially he chose him and then he went back on it
Yep.
because I
Peer
guess
pressure.
our case was so good for the Steelers. He was like, man, you right.
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure. Now the games this week, the divisional round. We'll get his picks in the group chat, the private group chat. But this game right here, Rams versus Packers. I'll give you my pick first. I'm going with the Packers, and this is hard because I said defense wins playoff games.
Yeah.
But Green Bay is it's a different animal.
Yeah.
They're playing in Green Bay. LA Rams, you had that nice SoFi, indoor, cozy, warm stadium. But this is the number one defense versus the number one offense.
Yeah.
And Aaron Donald, I'm sure he's fine. Like, that man is a beast. So he's fine, but I have too much faith in Aaron Rodgers and not too much faith in Jared Goff. So I'm going with the Packers.
Agreed. Going with the Packers.
I got the Packers too. I think the Rams, they have a great defense, but they also just played the Seahawks, so they didn't really have much of a challenge. So I feel like this game versus the Packers, they're gonna really see what their defense is made of, and Aaron Rodgers, he's that guy. He's a sleeper.
I'm act like I'm Jeff. I'm going with the Packers. Oh, now this one's tough. Ravens versus the Bills.
We
Who you got, Kyrie?
Now, it all comes down to if you believe in Lamar's legs more than Josh Allen's arm.
Hmm.
But I think that the Ravens, see, their defense is peaking at the right time. Their offense going crazy right now. So I think they're going to continue, winning mentality. So I'm going with the Ravens.
I'm going with the Ravens as well
Hey,
because they're on a 6-game winning streak.
yep.
The Bills, you just won your first playoff game since like '95, I think. Um,
Them boys just
so
happy they got there.
you're right. That's enough accomplishments for a playoff run. Like,
They like
Yep.
Cleveland.
could I be wrong?
Like-
Maybe because Buffalo, they also have fans at their stadium, so they kind of have a home field advantage. And Josh Allen's playing almost, you could say he's playing better than anybody right now in the league. But I just think with the Ravens and that defense and what Kyron is saying, that team, they're just the unity that they have right now it's looking really promising. So I have to go with them, and they're second in points allowed, which I know I said that I'm picking the Packers, even though the Rams have the best defense. But the Rams, for them to be number two, not the Rams, sorry, but for the Ravens to be number two, and the Bills not to have much of a running game, I have to go with the
Yeah.
Ravens.
Yeah.
Whew, this is hard. But after last week's performance, I got to go with the Ravens. They kept the best rusher in the game, by far, Derrick Henry, to less than 50 yards. So it's like, man,
I still can't believe that.
is that yeah, that speaks to your defense right there. And then you got Lamar Jackson, his arm and his legs combined, plus that defense. So I think there's going to be a good game or close game though.
True.
Browns and Chiefs. I'm going with Patty. I can't go against him. I can't.
Yeah.
Nice run, Browns. That was a great game.
Yeah,
Great way to beat a rival team. Like y'all should still throw a parade, like virtually.
yeah.
They should. Oh yeah, we made it to the second round.
I
Okay.
don't see the Browns beating the Chiefs.
Nah.
No.
Ding ding ding. Round 3.
Uh,
Wasn't really much of a bout the first two meetings, but
yeah, that's true.
Buccaneers versus Saints. Tom Brady is a different beast in the playoffs, though. I don't know, but Albert, who you got?
This is a great game. If this is the last time we see Drew Brees, just like Aaron Rodgers, this would be a game to go out on top. So I got the Saints winning this one. I think the Bucks are a really good team, but they're not a great team. Yeah, I feel like they're still missing a piece to be a Super Bowl team. I don't think they're beating the Saints, especially with Michael Thomas back. So Drew Brees, Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara, come on, you're not beating this team. But we also know how the refs play with the Saints every stinking year. It's like it's the Saints versus whoever they're playing and the refs on their team. It's like, man. So, but I still got the Saints.
Well, we got battle of legendary quarterbacks. The
Oh
Saints
yeah.
beat.
By the way,
Taysom Hill.
that Bears that Bears Saints game was on Nickelodeon. This game will be on the History Channel.
Oh man,
Tom Brady and Drew Brees posted this on their social media accounts. They
is
thought they
funny.
got a kick out of it. I thought it was funny.
That's hilarious.
Drew Brees. Man. Well, the Saints won both matchups in the regular season, but I think this is a new Bucks team, and I'm going with the Bucks.
Oh,
Yes,
what?
sir. Hey man, I
All
don't
right, I'm
think
with you. I'm going with
Let's
them.
go!
Yeah.
Tom
No.
Brady's not gonna let it happen 3 times.
He's not. He's
But
not.
what? Taysom Hill played the second game, right? Yeah, Drew Brees was out that game.
Was he?
I think
Either
so.
way,
It's a new Bucks
Drew,
team. It's not the
Drew
same.
Brees didn't look impressive against Chicago. Now Chicago does have a good defense, but you were saying that the Bucks are one piece away. They found that piece. AB, he's
Yes,
back.
go.
He
Nah,
is
I don't see
Yes,
it.
back.
sir.
Tom Brady, he's the goal in the postseason. The only team that can defeat him is the New York Giants. That's the only team that can beat him multiple times.
No.
We'll see. We're gonna see who's gonna be on that Big L graphic next episode.
We're forgetting
Albert.
who the Saints coach is. Sean Payton. He ain't no joke. He ain't no joke.
He's not. Very, very highly revered head coach.
Now, if this is a
But when
Patriots
was the
versus
last time he
Saints,
won a
that'd be
Super
different.
Bowl?
Yeah, that's true. But don't count the Saints out.
2021 is the year of the redemption.
For the Saints.
What they have to redeem?
Yeah, I'm saying they won.
Winning the
both matches.
championship. Last time they won the championship, I lived in Louisiana. That's how long it's been. It's been, what, 2009? Yeah, I think that was the year. 2007, 2009, one of those years.
Hey,
Yeah. They like the Mavs. They got to win it every once in a while.
yeah, not this year.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I can with this game, I can get to at least second place. Call me Mr. Second place pick six.
Oh no.
All right, this is you, Al.
All right. So, in recent headlines, Houston Texans is making the headlines for all the wrong reasons for the second year in a row. Last year, the infamous Bill O'Brien decides to trade top 3 receiver, he was number 1 at the time, DeAndre Hopkins, to the Cardinals for some AirPods, pretty much. He didn't get anything in return. GM and the head coach. So that that should have told you where we were going with the Texans, right? But let's flash back. Where did this all start? Now I don't like to speak on the dead, but the dead is speaking. Former owner Bob McNair, decides to make the comments during the NFL protests. What did he say? Well, thanks for asking. During the protest, he said, we can't have the inmates running the prison. Now, ever since then, they've been getting worse and worse. Like, that already created a toxic environment with that team. Partially because you got, primarily, the NFL's are primarily, I guess, minority players.
Mm-hmm.
Or predominantly minority players. And for you to make that statement as the NFL owner, that's controversial to say the least. Then you flash forward to Bill O'Brien having problems with DeAndre Hopkins and just little simple things in his comments in their relationship souring. Then he traded him away. Then you got this entire season going how it went. He ultimately finally got fired, far too late before the damage was already done. So, after that fire, they were like, hey, Deshaun, you're going to have some input into, the decision-making process. And obviously, they lied because
Mm-hmm.
they're just doing anything that they want now at this point. And you can tell that Deshaun he wants out of Houston, right? But the problem here is he can't get out as easily as he thinks. Now he has a trade clause, a player option where the team can't trade him without him saying like, "Hey, I want to go here." They can't just trade him to any team. You're like, "Nah, I want to go here." But if they do, they will have a hit to their salary cap, which is $22 million if they do trade him. But if Deshaun decides to sit out, they could fine him up to $40,000 per day uh, for when he missed camps, and then upon additional forfeitures as well. So it's kind of like he's in a lose-lose situation here. Well, he obviously probably don't care about their cap, but the Texans and Watson are in a lose-lose situation here because obviously he wants out. So it's like at this point, what can you do to repair the relationship? You can't get DeAndre Hopkins back. You can't get even Andre Johnson back. You can't get anybody back that was going to play for this team. So at this point, it's like the city of Houston, we have a problem. You already got rid of James Harden. Now your top quarterback doesn't even want to play for you anymore, and it's like, what's going on in Houston? Is everybody under the same umbrella? Well, what's going on in Texas? Because they drafted a great quarterback, right? And any team besides a few teams will be lucky to have this quarterback. And you're souring and putting the relationship in a bad position by just letting you let Bill O'Brien be the GM and the coach and continuously make bad decisions after bad decisions until you're like, oh wait, let me stop the flood. It's too late now. So it's like, what do you do?
Oh,
Drip
man.
shop.
Hey.
Oh,
All right, who's the drippiest out of us three? Is it me because I look like Ash?
it ain't me. I'm wearing his damn Simpsons.
All right, we'll just tackle this together. I think it's probably Kyrie. We'll tackle it together.
I do be fresh.
All right, first one. Travis Scott was at the Houston Rockets game against the Lakers. When when do you think Travis Scott will go to another Houston Rockets game now?
Oh,
Never
my
now.
goodness.
Hey, Travis, you want to come perform a song at halftime? Hell no.
That boy ain't going there, oh man.
Trying to find the shoes he was wearing. I see a strange look from both of y'all when it comes to these shoes.
Oh my goodness.
They're from Lavin. I guess it's some type of designer brand, but these are their sneakers. So yeah, Lanvin or Lavin.
What they call the hell no's?
Lavin, boy, oh my goodness.
How y'all feel about these shoes? Well, what grade do you give it?
Boy, this is not even on the scale.
Yeah, it's like a 1.
Boy, what is this?
I don't even know what I'm giving the 1 for.
The shoelaces?
Yeah.
Boy,
K-Swiss look better than this.
It's like one of those things. What's that thing where you stick your finger in one side and then stick it the other side and you try to get Boy, that's what them shoelaces look like.
Oh, man.
Boy.
What is
That's funny.
this?
What about Ice Trader Gang? These
Nice.
Adidas. These Adidas shoes. It got Trey. If you we're probably in the way, so if you move it over, it got Trey on the back of the heel of the shoes.
Kind of like those.
Yeah.
Whoa. What's the grade
Like
for those shoes?
I think they're 8 for me. 8.5.
Oh, I'll give it a 7.
They look comfortable, but some people were trashing them. They said they look terrible and they look look like there wasn't enough padding, and that's why they've been losing their games, and that's why he has those big old ankle braces on.
Yeah, I was about to say
Support, 'cause
around the ankle, it looks like it's just like mesh. It doesn't look like it's like anything that's like strong that's gonna hold your ankles up.
Yeah,
So
I
I
like the
wouldn't wear them.
design though.
Yeah, it's a nice colorway.
Yeah.
I'll go with the 8 though.
Luca,
Luca Magic.
Hmm.
What about these shoes? I like these.
I like
They're
them too.
nice. I think they're like the same type of shoes that Jason Tatum was wearing on
Oh yeah, I was
opening
say these
night.
look familiar.
Yeah, just a different colorway.
Mm,
I like that too. How they got the different type of colors on each side. I like that.
yeah.
I
Um,
get
I'm
that
give
a
I-
8.
I'm I'm
Sorry.
giving it a 9 just because it's
Uh,
Luca.
yeah. I probably give it an 8. I could rock these right here.
For real.
All right,
Like you got those Miami colors.
Miami
so
Vice
8.
jersey.
We'll go ahead and give it an 8 then. What about the
Boy,
AI?
Ah,
no,
Montrezl Harrell, he's wearing the Reebok Allen Iverson throwbacks. Y'all don't like them?
no,
negatory.
no.
I thought y'all would like these.
I like AIs. No, not these.
The Reebok Answer
Whoa.
5.
Uh,
So he wearing them on the left and the right?
Yeah.
That's how much you like the shoes?
somebody need to answer.
What?
Answer for this, because this, nah. Maybe if it was a different color, that great. That I mean, that silver just looks like,
Spray painting them?
yeah.
If you could only choose between two pair of shoes, is it these shoes or the one that Travis Scott was wearing?
Oh, these.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
probably go with these too.
This man
you're-
wore it.
You gonna grade these a little higher?
Yeah,
This is crazy.
I'd say this a 4 or 5.
I give these a 3 because I ain't wearing them.
I ain't either. I'm just trying to be nice because they AIs.
It's like hoopers don't wear their shoes like off the court and on the court.
Oh, I get what you're saying. I thought you meant on his left foot and his
Yeah, I
right
thought he
foot.
was too. Left and right. I'm like, what?
No, I think the one on the runway, those are different shoes.
Oh, okay.
I'm like,
that's
I would hope he wearing the same shoes.
Nah. I don't
I'm
like
I'm
those.
gonna give it a 6 just because it's AI and it's different. You don't really see too many people wearing Reebok. Even though I saw some guys
That's
wearing
true.
some Converses lately,
For real?
not like Chuck Taylors, but they look like some throwback Converses.
This ain't helping with the Reebok stock value.
Yes, no.
You don't think so? You know, Master P and Baron
No.
Davis. You don't think this helping them, or is it
Nah, they
helping them
probably-
because the bid is going down?
Yep.
But it's going down, man.
For real. Even Master P shoes look better than those.
What about the Currys?
Or
From
what
his-
is this?
Curry brand.
Oh my
Yep.
goodness.
You don't give this a nice grade because he scored 62 points with these.
No.
Let me move over my camera. Let me move it back. I don't like them.
Do they both have on the same shoes? They both look garbage.
He may be wearing Currys. That's his brother-in-law, so I'm sure he's supporting his brother by wearing them.
I
Baby.
wouldn't.
But these
Look
are the
like
Curry 8 flow like water.
The material just looks cheap. You could look at it, just looks cheap. You get water on that, man, your socks done.
I'll give it.
They do like water shoes.
They do. I'm gonna give these a 5.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
I'm giving it a 6.2 since he scored 62 points.
What?
They don't look like they have any support either for the ankle.
Yeah, that's why he's wearing those big old ankle braces.
These mugs are the lowest bidder.
What? He look like he on house arrest.
This is crazy.
Oh man.
And last one. What about
Hey.
Devontae Smith's Heisman outfit
Fresh.
and the outfit that he wore?
Sir.
And in that mask that the Heisman pose on the mask, walking into game day, getting ready to win a national championship. What do y'all give this?
20.
It's drippy.
I'm with you. I'm giving this a 10 out of 10, 10 plus
Yeah,
10, 20.
definitely.
Like he wins drip of the week. Let's
For
Yeah.
real.
go.
Has
Another
to.
award coming your way. We know you're gonna throw that Heisman away when that drip of the week award comes into the mailbox.
Facts.
Facts.
Just put it in your own case.
Now,
Man.
let's see out of these nominees who actually went to Jeff's drip shop. Oh, Jeff finally wore a mask.
Where the strings at?
Finally
What,
wore
like a
mask.
platypus?
Man.
Patty the platypus.
I lost y'all for a second.
Boy got a mask that just sits on his nose.
Dang.
Boy just there. Boy got the new and improves.
Heck yeah.
All right, well, that was drip of the week.
Oh, 0-5? Oh,
Look at these starting five numbers.
oh my
I don't know how I'm still above 500.
wow. This is rough.
Yeah, that's bad.
This is going to be rough.
Yeah.
But hopefully this week is better.
With COVID going on, man.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully we don't have any postponements for these 5 games, but the way it's been looking, it's possible. But fingers crossed. Now, for Jeff, he was complaining last 2 episodes ago. He was complaining about me always choosing a Warriors game, so I was like, I'm steering clear from Warriors any game that they played this week because I know he's torn as a Warriors fan and he doesn't want to go against them, even though he has every time. So one too many games to choose from. That's why I chose the Rockets and Spurs twice. But then it would have been a lot better if he was here because I never actually wanted to predict Rockets Spurs twice.
Yeah.
So I actually do have the Warriors versus the Nuggets. So this is one of our 5 games. So we'll go to that one last since I know you guys probably didn't get to think about it. So let's start with the Mavs and Bucks. Who do you have winning that matchup? Friday's matchup.
Ooh.
Picking the Bucks.
I'm right there with you.
I really don't want to, but I am.
Yeah. The Bucks got the slight edge.
Giannis.
Mavericks.
Oh.
Let's go. I have
got
the
the
whole map of Dallas right here. Come on. I'm loyal to my city. Let's go, Mavs. The current MVP versus the future MVP. Luka Doncic will have a better game than Giannis, and his team will have a better game. And guess who's back, guys?
Ooh.
That's right. Kristaps Porzingis.
Oh, yeah, he is.
He's
He's
back.
back tonight. Yeah.
And he was balling.
Yeah, that's true.
Raining
That's true.
threes. Draining threes. So I'm going with the Mavs.
But he's not going to be able to guard Giannis.
Nah.
Nope, none of them can.
No,
But who's going to
nobody.
guard? Oh, but they got Drew Holiday now. Either way, who's going to guard Luka? Pelicans versus Lakers. I think Zion is out for this game because he's also out. They just said he's out for the Clippers game unless his test or whatever comes back like a false positive or they deem him as safe enough to return to the court. But who you have winning this matchup?
The Lake Show.
Yeah. Lakers been dominating. I don't see them slowing down, especially against the Pelicans without Zion.
About to get steamrolled.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of those games where you think that the Lakers will dominate, then we will come back
Heck
next
yeah.
week and I ain't know Brandon Ingram was gonna drop that many points.
We get blown out by 40.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Lakers on this one. Rockets versus the Spurs.
Ooh.
That Rockets team, they dismantled that team with really all they lost was James Harden, right? But
Yeah.
when you get a new guy and Victor Oladipo, and who knows if he'll start right away or play right away. Um, I'm about to go with the Spurs. It just trades like this is going to take a while for that team to just regather themselves and be ready to turn a new page and a new
Mm.
chapter and start anew. So I'm gonna go with the Spurs.
Well, I got the Rockets. Let's go.
Oh,
The Rockets have a lot to prove post James Harden era,
Mm.
and this is where to start right here. You got to get it going very quick instead of letting it come to you. I think they're gonna come off the back. They're gonna say, "Hey, we don't care about James Harden. James Harden, who?
oh,
They gonna win.
I agree because I picked the Rockets too.
Let's go. Let's go.
Boy, Rockets got rid of that bad juju. Boy,
Yep.
get them out. And
It's
I'm
like,
not sold on the Spurs like at all.
that's like when you get rid of just bad energy around you. Get rid of a bad person. You just like, man, it's a weight off your shoulder.
Yep.
James Harden saw John Wall miss a dunk slash layup right before halftime as time was expiring, and he was like, "All right, I'm out."
Enough is enough.
Whose team is it though now? Is it John Walls or is it Victor Oladipo or Christian Wood?
It was obviously John Wall. Yes.
What you think,
Yes.
Kyra?
Mm,
John
nah, it's gonna be Victor.
Wall. No, that's blasphemous.
It'll be Victor Oladipo.
That's blasphemous.
When okay, team, you don't mean like him leading the team in points or and like a stat leader. You're just saying he's the one that is the floor general and he's been in the league the longest.
He don't even know. He about
I,
to change his answer.
I don't know.
I was talking to you, Albert,
Oh,
about John Wall. About John Wall.
what?
Yeah, I was asking you.
I see John Wall having a boost of energy now. I see him coming out, especially with Victor Oladipo. They putting him at the two, obviously. Uh, I think John Wall. He might be the team leader in points. I don't know. I don't. It's not too far fetched for me, honestly.
Yeah, he's averaging 20 points a game, so I mean, it's not. But Christian Wood definitely is going. He will lead the team in points.
I think Oladipo will be like the best all around
Think
player.
so.
Yeah.
I
You know
think
what?
I
Oh,
think
my fault.
him being so charismatic, he'll definitely his personality would definitely boost that locker room. And then John Wall, his facilitating would elevate Christian Wood even more now that they don't have to focus on James Harden getting his. So I think
Yeah.
That's true.
it's definitely good, and at least the team is entertaining for the
Yeah.
rest
I
of the
think
season.
they're definitely gonna play fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And the refs need to stop playing with Boogie Cousins. He should have never got
Yeah, it's
ejected for that.
starting to piss me off, man.
Yeah.
He got another BS tick in that game
Yep.
against the Lakers. That
Yeah.
second game, it was bad. Like
And LeBron,
they didn't let that man react.
no.
No.
Then LeBron was holding his face like, bruh, really? Like, I want to slap him myself.
Yeah, for real.
He was holding his face.
Yep.
He was like this.
This man was on the ground like this. Like, boy, he barely got.
Yeah, you know LeBron
Oh,
is.
okay. I think he said he was holding the Boogie Cousins face like this, like
Oh
during the
no,
game.
Oh no!
no. I remember when they were playing the Knicks and Tyson Chandler did that back screen on LeBron, and LeBron acted like he broke his neck, like his neck just his whole vertebrae. He was like,
This man was holding his face. I'm like, bro, you barely got hit. Like,
that
oh,
man is dramatic. That's why he went to Hollywood. They're like, man, you're a good actor.
some got that man ejected.
All right, PG versus his former team, the team that drafted him, and also the Pacers drafted Kawhi. But now we have a new look Pacers team since Victor Oladipo was traded to Houston, and now Karis LeVert is with Indiana. I was picking Indiana at first before this trade, but now I'm gonna have to go with the Clippers just because once again, when a new guy comes in, it takes time to build that chemistry for him to understand his role on the team. So I'm gonna go with the Clips.
Most definitely on the Clippers.
Yeah, it's like Cleveland and the Chiefs.
How?
For real. They ain't nowhere close. They were the Pacers are good. They're slept on. I wish I would have put them in my 8
Me too.
when we picked earlier, but with the loss of Oladipo, I think that kind of set them back for a little bit. Obviously, they're going to bounce back with LeVert, but they're not beating the Clippers.
Oh, Sabonis gonna get his 30. I think LeVert will get his 20.
Yeah, Paul
No
George
one-
need to get rid of these braids. I
No,
don't
no
know
one
what
can
he
guard.
thinking.
No one can guard Sabonis on the team. You don't like his braids?
No, he looked like me when I made 2K10 and I decided to get some braids. I was like, boy. Like, what would I look like with braids?
They got a little
Oh,
hang time.
I wish we had.
Barely.
I wish we had a picture of your my player. That would be hilarious.
He too old for this. Stop it.
Man,
They crisp, man. They're not bad.
Ain't good either.
I said, oh, Kawhi, let's go get matching.
Yeah. That boy want to be everything like Kawhi. I want to get treated like Kawhi. I want to get braids like Kawhi. I want to go to LA like Kawhi. Come on, man. Be your own player.
uh,
Oh my goodness, man.
well, back to the first game: Warriors versus Nuggets. Who you got?
I got the
Because
Warriors.
I'm going with the War.
Boy,
I thought I was gonna be the only one. I'm going with the Warriors. 2.
y'all are the
Nuggets-
only ones. I'm
Nuggets
going
ain't
with the
playing too
Nuggets.
They ain't playing too good.
Nah, they not.
They not. The Warriors actually not that bad. They're 6-4.
And Andrew Wiggins is playing decent basketball on both ends. I'm proud of the man.
God
Yeah.
dang it.
That's
And
the least he could do.
And
I used to like the man.
Oubre was shooting some threes and making them.
Missing most. Oh, he was making some.
Now they lost against the Pacers, but the game I watched last night, but um, they looked really good, really good. Wish Clay was on that team.
Yeah, different story.
All right, well that's starting 5. Hopefully, we don't go 0 for 5.
Yeah, for
What made Pod Todd's history?
real.
0 and
Heck
5.
yeah.
Man, you know we
You
would have
don't
been on
even
his
know
head.
it. Heck
Right.
yeah.
Nope.
He probably think he went 5-0, knowing him.
Heck yeah.
Like, what? How?
He gonna say, nah, y'all
Yep.
changed something while I was gone.
What? How?
Don't watch this episode, Jeff.
Don't do it.
All right, highlight of the week. What game you got? What game you highlighting?
Yes, sir.
Well, I didn't pick one.
Yeah.
No, I didn't think you put up the list. Hold on, man. Give me a second. It ain't gonna take that long. All right, man. Well, Saturday, 1:16, we have
Huh?
what?
1:16 p.m.
Yeah, like, what's 116?
1:16, the
The
date?
date.
Oh, I thought
What?
you were talking about the time. I'm like, what? That's a weird time to start a game.
Basketball gonna start at 1:16. Oh my goodness. Well, we have the new and improved Atlanta Hawks going against Portland.
Ooh,
That's a
Real
good
Blazers.
point
that
guard
is a good
matchup right
game.
there.
That's a good game.
There's gonna be a lot of buckets on both sides, man.
Who's scoring
They
more?
ain't playing. They ain't playing like boo boo.
But it don't matter because CJ is going stupid right now.
He is.
And you said Dame is playing in garbage right now, but
He is.
Trey about to be playing garbage defense because he about to get dropped off by both of them, boy. CJ,
Yeah, because you can't
Indiana.
like put them on either one of them
Nope.
because it's you still like mouse in the house really.
He's a liability on defense, man. They about to have their way.
I was
You know
shocked to see that CJ McCollum was like ranked number 3 points per game right now.
Yeah, he's going crazy.
I ain't surprised because they ain't playing Melo.
Oh,
They take him out. No, the last game they played, he hit like some clutch threes, but like
But
the
yeah,
first
20
like
points.
yeah, the first 5 games before then, weren't even playing like the last 4 minutes in the fourth quarter. So I'm like, that just don't make any sense to me.
dang.
They did play him though. He just had he was the youngest person to get a triple double in NBA history
So you want to make jokes, huh?
against the Hawks. Yeah, they just played the Hawks. How many times?
Nah,
Well, I thought we were on the Trailblazers.
we are.
Man,
I'm confused.
They 6-4 right now, man. Portland is so.
They should be.
They should be better than that. They look like they 4-6 out here. Honestly.
They John Collins and that turmoil he created over there.
Yeah, man. What's the update on that?
Shut his mouth. I don't know.
saying that he didn't like the way Trey Young
running the
was.
offense.
Yeah, like you want to do it?
You don't like
Yeah.
getting lobs every game? What do you like?
Yeah, sometimes you just don't talk. You say that to
Yeah.
yourself.
I haven't watched too many Hawks games. Does he really just dribble the ball down to the last few seconds like James Harden?
I haven't watched that many either.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I really can't say where that's coming from, if he has a legitimate argument or not. But
He doesn't.
yeah, I would think he would. Trey
You
Young's been.
have 8.5 assists a game.
What did who else, man? What he think he gonna bring the ball up?
That's what I'm for. What?
Well, he want Rajon Rondo to start instead of Trey Young.
I don't know.
And he's
Stop
averaging
talking.
16 a game. Like, what do you want?
Yeah, they're gonna trade him soon.
He needs to get
Facts.
going.
Either way, they're not making it to the finals with this Brooklyn Nets team. So
Nope.
you can run the offense however you want.
Mm-hmm.
Who scores more points though, Trey Young or Damian Lillard? Kyrie.
I'm gonna go with Trey.
Okay.
Nice Trey.
I don't know. He's been averaging like 12 points the last 2 or 3 games. I know that doesn't last long. That little slumpy he has, like that won't last long. But
Yeah.
shoot, I'll probably go with Trey too though, just because CJ. I think he has the hot hand right now.
Most
Yeah,
definitely.
that's how I'm picking Trey too.
Well, who
But I wouldn't
wins?
be surprised if Dame comes Portland. I wouldn't be surprised if Dame, like you ain't getting nothing on me.
Who has more logo shots this game?
I'm tired of Dame taking logo shots. Honestly, I've never been a fan of it. Even though he makes them, they're just bad shots.
Well, hey
They're
man, he
bad.
made 'em.
He makes them, but there's a higher chance that you're not gonna make them.
That's a
They're
good
just
question.
bad.
Logo
Those are just
shots.
bad percentage shots.
They'll probably be Trey.
True.
Looking like the Globetrotters at this point, taking logo shots.
I'm
I
going with
think
Portland to
they,
win too.
yeah, Portland can take that.
All right. Highlight of the week.
Don't.
Yazerski.
And last
Oh,
last topic for this episode.
this guy. All right, man. So we have Mr. Kyrie Problematic Irving on our Potage radar this week, and it's not for good reason.
When has it ever?
Oh, so apparently this dude was on a leave of absence for personal reasons. It was personal, all right. This man was spotted at a birthday party with no mask on. Oh no, your name's not Kyrie Irving. Oh no, you're not a A-list celebrity. Oh no, you're not missing from your team. Oh no, people aren't looking for you. Like, bro, what is your problem, bro? Like, you don't have a regular job. You don't work a 9 to 5. You don't take PTO. What is this dude? What is this dude's problem?
Dylan, you forgot to put you missing a number off his jersey. You need to put the 9 in front of the 1-1 because obviously this man is going crazy. You need to call the police on this man because he's acting a damn fool.
This man, goof ball.
I get it. You need to take mental resets. Come on, I get it. It's possible with every job, but at the same time,
How you hiding?
exactly. And you don't tell nobody. You just a game is going. You're like, I'm not even gonna tell the coach that I'm not showing up. You
Like
just
somebody, like somebody wasn't gonna spot you.
exactly. You don't have a mask on. It's one thing you're at the birthday party, right? I get it. It's your family.
Right.
You don't have a mask on though. This not only affecting you and the people there. It's affecting you and the people on your team. Swear my desk is getting smaller and smaller. So mad. It's affecting you and your team. Once you get back, whenever you decide to show back up, you have to go back into quarantine and not miss further games because you're being selfish.
Not to mention, this dude was on my fantasy team. Picked this dude like second. Now I am the goofball for doing that. I should have picked somebody else. God
Yeah.
dang it.
Oh man, that's funny.
Maybe he should retire.
Hey, I did text it though, right? I said I just don't think he wants to play basketball anymore. Like a while back, when I found out that when was it? I can't even remember, but it was when the news came out that he left and it was really they just said personal reasons, and then you just hope for the best that it's not like anything serious with going on in the family. But
Yeah.
then when I saw the report that somebody seems to be sort of credible said he just didn't want to play, that was like
Yep.
eyebrow raising. Like, what? What do you mean you just don't want to play? And then some people said that's not what he said. I'm sure he probably didn't say it that way. And who knows if that guy's close to Kyrie. But
He's not in the
if that
suit
is,
or anything. He's going crazy. It's like,
yeah, if that is the fact, I just didn't want to play. Then yeah, it may just be time for you to retire because like the season just started. There
Yeah,
should be no reason why you don't want to play now, especially when your team needed you
facts.
when KD was going when he was possibly having to quarantine for a whole week. Like
Exactly.
that's the team needs you at that moment. So yeah, that there's hopefully there's a reason behind it. Hope some people are saying the stuff that happened in Washington D.C. Maybe he that frustrated him, and there's obviously we know for him there's a lot there's stuff that's bigger than basketball. For some
Yeah,
athletes, the sport that they play is the most important thing in their life, and then for some of these guys, this is just what they do to have a huge platform for the
yeah,
stuff that they advocate. Uh, and that to Albert, what you said, because we don't want to make light of mental any type of mental illnesses or just
Right.
the fact that people need mental breaks. If that's what he needed, then okay. Like in the times we live in, sometimes people do need mental breaks, but you have to give your team some type of uh, like what am I trying to say? Help me out.
warning and
Yeah, a
something
warning.
like let
Yeah,
them
like
know.
advance notice.
Yeah,
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 they're not gonna knock you for saying, "Oh, I'm gonna
exactly.
take care of my mental health," because that's more important than basketball.
Look what they did for Dennis Rodman. They let this man go to Vegas. Like, come on, you
Yeah.
could be understanding. You just got to let people know. You don't just go off and do what you want because you're affecting the bottom line of the team. They're paying you millions of dollars. Then you got fans that are, watching the game to see you play, and you just not telling anybody you're showing up. I think that's just you know an
yeah.
a hole.
Especially the team, the organization that pays you $33+ million a year when you only played 20 games last year. I'm pretty sure you could have played some more than that. Uh, uh, but at the same time, it's like you can take breaks if you need to because
Right.
we're in unprecedented times.
Yeah,
But the way you go about it has to be different.
yeah,
And like you could tell your coach, Steve Nash, he probably is the most approachable guy in that building,
exactly.
Yeah.
and just call the guy. And then he's also one of those guys that know how to converse with the media. He's not going to just spill out any type of your personal business. He's going to say he's out for personal reasons. That's all I can say at this time.
Yeah,
And that's all that has. And then that's it. That's all that has to be said. But for you to just be out for this extended period of time, and then the video doesn't look good because it's great to see that you're not like going through any type of tragedy in your family. It's good to see you
Right.
laughing and celebrating life, but the fact that personal reasons, and then you see this, and he is celebrating something that's so great, it doesn't look good from a PR standpoint.
Nope, it does not.
do you think this all could have been a ploy to get James Harden?
Oh,
Maybe the
Wow.
Rockets were like, man, Kyrie's not showing up, so we maybe can get Kyrie off of them. But they're like, nah, we're just gonna give you first round picks. Now Kyrie's gonna come back, and then they can just be like, nothing happened.
yeah, he's right. Like we don't want Kyrie. That man about as bad as James Harden.
Yeah.
That was good, Kyrie. That was good. Well, what's Kyrie again?
His name is Kyrie Problematic Irving. That's what it is.
What's the nickname you gave him? I would like to hear you say it. Well, you get his nickname to a lot of people. It's been
Oh,
lately.
certified goof ball.
And that's how we're going to end episode 36. Thank you all for tuning in to Pod Ties. We hope you enjoyed this one. We hope you enjoyed the last episode. That was a good one. Uh,
Some heat.
the fact that we could go on for that long, uh, it was very impressive. You could tell that we were passionate about the topic at hand. Well, the topics at hand. Hopefully that you were able to keep track of what we were talking about because we went from
For real.
Michael Jordan and Patrick Ewing to Nelly and 50 Cent to radio and Sirius XM and J. Cole for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
For real.
So we hope you enjoyed that one. Before we let you go, we need you to do 3 things. Only 3.
Christ.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Pod Ties. Smash, smash, smash the like button. Give us a thumbs up. And that notification bell. We need you to destroy it. Subscribe to Pod Ties on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, iHeartRadio,
Radio.
Amazon Music, and I'm sure there's a lot more out there that we will be on and that I've missed. But once again, appreciate you guys. Have a great weekend. We'll see you soon. I'm Dylan. That's Albert. That's Kyron. Drip Jeff will be back very soon. As always, we are Pod Ties. Peace, Podsters.
Peace.